Hello and welcome back to the 90's Mags podcast, your podcast for all things Newcastle
Greetings.
United. Hosted by two lifelong Newcastle United supported buddies. Myself, D-Man, joined by my co-host Jefferson. How are you doing, sir?
What's happening? What's happening? Good to be back in the house after a massive win. Let's do
Yes,
this.
yes, smile in your face. I like that. I like that. And we're joined again by Roy. How you doing, Roy?
Mate, not great. Unexpected win, and I'm still
Yeah.
buzzing. Yeah, still
Okay.
buzzing.
Okay.
You've trimmed the beard a bit, Roy, innit? It's looking
Yeah, got it
it's
trimmed.
looking a bit tidy, innit?
I looked like a Persian Santa. That's what I trimmed
Very
Christmas has
seasonal.
come early, mate. Christmas come early. But
it.
as usual, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Help the channel grow. You know what I mean? Help the algorithm and all that. So, let your people know about the 90's Mags. But yeah, we were going to be joined by Connor, I believe, Jefferson. So I know you want to say a quick word for Connor.
Yeah, without sort of saying too much, just letting you know that from the 90s Mags, we're thinking of you, bro. And yeah, man, hold tight. And yeah, we'll link up soon. Thinking of
Big
you,
up.
mate.
Big up, Connor. Got a few people in the chat already. Adrian, shout out to Adrian. David, big up David. Great win, but we all know he's going to put Bird back in the side. Listen, slow down.
Hope not.
Adrian, shout out to Harvey Barnes, not only his two quality finishes, but also his exquisite link-up play. We'll talk about that as well. Big up Kim Cam in the building. Evening, Kim Cam. But yeah, we got Brant in the building as well. Big up Brant. Barnes, Baltimore Murder, our main forwards right now. It's not even close.
Captain America himself.
Point Mag, big up Point Mags. Hold the line, guys. Hold the line.
I know what that's about.
But listen, big up Connor in the building as well. But yeah, listen, we got a lot to get through, man. We got a lot to get through. So for those who don't know, we're coming off the back of a win, a great win, historic win against Manchester City. We finished 2-1 from James's Park. I did make the trip up there. I drove up there with my son. 6.5 hours there on Friday night, and then 5.5 hours back after the game. I'm absolutely exhausted, but it was well worth the trip. My son enjoyed it, had a great time. So yeah, man, good times, man. Good times. 2-1 win. Our first win in the league over Man City since 2019, I believe, since Rafa Benitez days. So
yeah, January, wasn't it? Yeah, January.
Big up Kenny in the building as well. Everyone debated the 4 VAR calls at Newcastle. Why no one's asking about Forest disallowed goal where the only man on VAR saw the handball. True. Liverpool in the mud. Isak's in the mud. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But
Well
now,
deserved.
let's talk about our game here now. Quick summary of the game, Jefferson. What were your thoughts?
Well, I think it was a shock for everyone, wasn't it? I think, like a greyhound straight out the hatch. I think people were probably likely surprised by how well we played in parts of the game, how well we dealt with pressure. Obviously, we saw little of the ball, but we looked to maximize a lot of opportunities, like some real clear-cut opportunities as well. So a lot of positives that I think people were thinking, "Whoa, is this my team? Like, where you guys been?" Do you know what I mean? So, but I think it's one of those ones as well that there also weren't surprises that we do turn up to these kind of games, and the atmosphere was phenomenal with the bright lights on at St James's Park, and we turn up in these games. So yeah, I think huge momentum, hopefully building after this, but I think we'll look at this game in isolation for now. But all in all, bit of a roller coaster. Of course, we clung on in parts, but we gave as good as we got in parts as well. So big up to the team. Big victory, big 3 points for us.
Yeah, like I said, take the game in isolation. I thought we were fully deserved of the 3 points. I thought we were the better team. I like the fact that because a lot of people thought we were going to come with the same old low block, try to counter attack them and whatnot, and have like 10-13% possession of the ball. When it wasn't the case, we actually took the game to Man City. We pressed high, especially in that first half. At times we left Malik Chow alone with Erling Haaland. We really took it to them, and we created the better chances, the most clear-cut chances. And by halftime, we should have been maybe I don't know, three up basically. If you judging by the quality of the chance that we created. Big up, Tiger.
Man, that
Hey.
How's it going, guys?
Good, good, good. But yeah, listen, I was impressed. We'll talk about the lineup and stuff a bit later. But yeah, like we said, St James's Park under light. I was worried going into the game, given our record against Man City. But it was two teams that actually went for it. It was a good advert for the Premier League, but we were the better team, and couldn't ask for more from the team for that particular game. Roy, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, we played against a top team, and of course, the ball possession will be with them anyway, mostly. So, but we had the most chances, especially in the first half. I think Voltamada could have had two, and Barnes had that one he missed. I'm not sure if that was offside or not, but so we had three. They had few as well. There was a Haaland one that Pope saved it without knowing, and there was the Foden one that just went wide. Plus that penalty, which I think it is a penalty, but
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
But overall, we deserve to win. City created nothing, especially the last half an hour. It was just hoofing the ball in the box. They ran out of ideas. Unlike what Arsenal did or Liverpool did, they couldn't finish us off. When they could have, they tried, but we blocked them completely. And one special mention was the Murphy who went left back the last 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Amazing. Useless, but amazing. So,
Um,
super game. It's
yeah.
one of those games that will never forget it.
Big up Waffle done in the building. He's an Arsenal fan. He said, "Hands up the 3 points collectors."
yeah, we've
listen,
done them a big
yeah,
favor.
we done them a big favor, and they took full advantage of it. So they smashed Spurs today. So big up Waffle. If you don't know Waffle, check out his his channel, by the way. Very consistent with the quality as well. I've been on there. I was on there last week, I think. I'll be on there next week as well. So big up Waffle. Yeah, Tiger. Quick thoughts on the game. Quick summary.
Um, yeah, I cut out. Well, I missed the game. I was busy doing stuff. I caught like the last 10 minutes of it. But I just wanted to like quickly say like the Happy Clappers had a field day yesterday with that result, man. It was
Rightly so. Rightly so. We're treating the game in isolation. We ain't gonna slate Eddie Howe today. This is about this game.
no,
So,
I'm not slating anyone. I thought, look, it's a great win. Like,
No,
when's the
no
last time?
tone policing, please.
When's the last time we beat City? In the Premier League. So it's always,
listen,
6 years ago. Yeah.
it is a great result. But my thing is, it's just like it just reminded me of like the PSG win, the way the fans were going on, man. It's like, yeah, it's a great win. No one's being negative about it, but we need to like just calm down a little bit because we're still 14th. You know what I mean?
we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the game itself. We'll talk about what the ramifications.
Well, from the goals, I thought the link up between Bruno and Barnes was good for the first goal, and then Murphy his cross and Waltmeider's head to the back post, and Bruno again, he's there. But yeah, honestly, like it is a great result. I was expecting a loss, but from the last 10 minutes, if City had De Bruyne, I think we lose that game. They were just missing that player, innit? De Bruyne type player to like feed the balls through the
There's not
defense,
many.
but.
There's not many De Bruyne's about anymore. So
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But hey, listen, I'll take the 3 points, but I'm happy about it.
What were your thoughts on the lineup, Tiger? Like, were you surprised to see Fabian Schär there? Hall and Tino starting from beginning of that. What were your
Yeah,
thoughts?
like I was happy that like obviously Tino and Hall were the fullbacks. Shaw coming back, I don't like he's Shaw's great. He's Mr. Reliable, but it's like what do we do with Botman now? Like we're gonna keep him out of the team now. Like how's gonna use that excuse now? Keep him out of the
Mm,
team.
mm.
But
I like to. I'm maybe just optimist in me, but I like to think he was resting Botman, yeah, for the Champions League and going forward. I do not want to see Fabian Schär played like a player that has been out for a long time, hasn't played for a long time. He did okay, but you could tell he was rusty, yeah.
yeah,
And he didn't do enough to solidify his place in the starting lineup, in my opinion. He didn't do badly, but I think that the sooner Botman comes back, the better. If I'm honest, but. It is what it is. Jefferson, what were your thoughts on the lineup when you saw it?
Our lineup or City's? Just our lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, listen, I'd heard rumors of a back five. So to see the 4-3-3, it was like, oh, okay, we're not going to be defensive. Let's see how this plays out. But of course, yeah, seeing Hall and Tino back lifts the spirits because you think, you know what they're going to bring to the team. But obviously, seeing Cher there, I was like, oh, that's a bit odd because I know some people don't believe in this, but having a sort of right-sided player at left centre back, I was like, how's this gonna work? But also seeing him and Chow, because I don't think they played together before. I could be wrong, so I was a bit like, oh, let's hope there's no mix-ups there. But the other one as well, I get it; it's a big game and to be cautious, but I was still a bit shocked to see Joe Linton there, considering his poor form. I know he's a go-to player for Eddie, but his form has been poor. And in a team where they're likely going to keep possession, the very little bit of the ball we have is so important. So I thought he would have played like a Willock or a Ramsey who's got that pace to stretch him in behind in case we needed to get further up the pitch. But yeah, all in all, kind of mixed feelings on it, really.
Yes, it's funny because before the team sheet came out, I was talking to my son. Obviously, he's 6, yeah, and I was saying, he was saying, "Who do you think's going to start?" And I said, "Oh, Botman, Chow, and whatnot." He said, "No, no, no. I think Fabian Schär's going to start." Like, I thought, nah, bro. I thought you're a kid. You don't know what you're talking about. So when he was there, he said, "Pope's." I said, "Maybe Ramsey." He said, "No, Pope's going to start, and Fabian Schär's going to start." I was like, "Okay."
Wow.
And when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, do you know something going on, bro?" Like, I don't know what's going on, but credit to him. I mean, it was a surprise to me to see Schär there. I did like to see the fact that Hall and Tina were starting. Obviously, I thought we kind of knew Hall would start because Burns suspended. We'll talk about that moving forward again later on in the show. But I wasn't too surprised to see Joe Linton there because I've always said, Joe Linton, you need under the lights of St. James's Park in the big games, his physicality and whatnot. So it's not a surprise for me personally. I don't know if Anthony Gordon was fit, whether he would have come straight back into the team instead of Harvey Barnes, which was interesting. But yeah, what were your thoughts, Roy?
Yeah, I was surprised with Fabian Schär because I thought it would be Botman, and then Martino was there. I thought, well, okay, that's positive. So I think he picked Schär as a leader for the back four because you don't want Botman and all young. So he probably wanted that bit of experience there, and maybe as well keeping Botman for the Champions League game. And I was hoping for that Elanga started because City always keeps spaces, and I thought they might use him. But when he came on, he was useless. I think Eddie did the right decision with Murphy. So I think from now on, is Murphy's as the first pick at the right wing.
Okay.
Looking at and Joe Linton, I wanted to see Ramsey as well, but I mean Joe Linton. The last 5 minutes, I think he played his socks off, but the first 80 minutes, not much.
Okay. Big up Toon Assassin in the building. Said evening, D-Man, Jefferson, rest the phone, and Tony.
Booyah.
Forever Football said Arsenal will win the league. I think that's a given. Arsenal will win the league, to be honest.
Yeah, my money's on Arsenal to win.
Yeah. And this is for you, Tiger. Said if City had the brain, if we had Alan Shearer. So, it's ifs, buts and maybes, isn't it?
Yeah, he would have buried those Voldemort chances.
Big up, David. Can't agree more. Best Toon channel on YouTube. Tube voices always.
Yo,
Love that. Big up, David. You're welcome anytime, man. Welcome anytime.
But guys, remember last season? Was it last season, season before when we were winning 2-1? He brings on De Bruyne and he completely changes the game, right?
Season before, yeah.
It was a season before.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, glad they didn't have De Bruyne. So.
Well, Connor says City played Foden and Silva and we bullied them. I think Jefferson was making that point in the chat about the midfield. We'll talk about that as well because I thought the midfield did fit, physicality wise. They did bully Man City. Tiger quote from Sky Sports commentator over De Bruyne. He said,
I didn't even see that.
Only originality here, man. Only originality here. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. But yeah, let's talk about the game itself, all right? So the game starts now, and Roy, you talked about some of the chances that we had, namely in the first minute, when we've seen this story play out before, when teams are trying to play out the back, and it's the likes of Bruno, Joe Linton that nick it from the midfielder receiving the pass. Usually it falls to Isak and he buries. This one fell to Harvey Barnes. Very tame effort. And I thought, you know what? Missing that chance could come back to haunt us because you need to take the chance against a team like Man City. But what were your thoughts on that chance, Roy? Was it?
Yeah. Well, at least he had the target. There was no power in it. It just felt like a pass to the keeper, and he's a top keeper as well. Because we'll get to the other chances. So But yeah, after he missed that, I thought, oh, we're not going to get another one. We're not going to get another one.
Yeah, and that's it. And little did we know, the another one would come quite soon after. Listen, I know who was it talked about Murphy and his delivery, the cross that he put over for Voldemar, yeah, and the head. And I'm going to ask you, all of you, like, we'll start with you, Jefferson. Was it a great save, or should Voldemar have done better?
It's a tricky one because it looks point blank by the way he's actually struck the ball with his head. I still think sometimes those ones are tricky because you've really got to put it either side the keeper. And let's be real, Donnarumma's what, 6'5"? I know
Yeah.
it's harder for the big boys to get down, but he's got a long reach. Unfortunately, he just couldn't get enough direction on it. The minimum we expect is to get it on target, and he's done that. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that he's not Alan Shearer. Do you know what I mean? He's not gonna knock, or Duncan Ferguson. He's not gonna knock it in the top bins with his head. Do you know what I mean?
Before Jefferson, this is for you. Was it Jefferson? I found you. Did you read my script? What's that about?
He might be maybe talking about my match intro, but
Oh,
obviously anyone that was watching NUFC Talk TV earlier this week, me and Wazza were going at it. He called in the show. He gave me as good as he got. So welcome to the show, Wazza. Welcome, mate.
big up, was up. So Tiger, what were your thoughts on the vote? Did you see the Voldemar header? Have you seen
I
it?
saw the highlights.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on it? Should he have scored, or should he have done better, or was it a good save?
It's a bit of both. Like, he's put it on target. There's enough power on it, but it was straight at the keeper, though, wasn't it? So it was an easy save for Donnarumma. But with the size of Automata, I don't expect him to be like Jefferson says, like Ronaldo in the air curling it, or with his head. But I don't know. It's a bit of both. It was a good header. It's a good save. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
mean, I think if he put in the corner, I think it's a goal.
Yeah.
Give him credit for actually heading it downwards to make it difficult for the keeper. So good save in that respect from Donnarumma. But again, you don't take your chances. You think, when is the next one going to come? But Ray, chance came again. Now, I don't know if it was, let's talk about the second Voldemar chance. Yeah?
Whoa.
Because that was a counter attack. Tonali shredded it through to Barnes, who then cut inside and he threaded it through to Voldemar, the 1-on-1 with Donnarumma. Should you have buried this one?
Yeah, he should have. That one. I mean, I hate to say it, but if that was Isaac, he would have scored.
I was just about to say that.
If that was Isaac, he would have. He
Isaac
scored
buried
loads of
that.
them. He scored loads, like few of those against Liverpool as well. So
Yeah.
but I mean, at least he hit the target. And Donnarumma say it was a good save as well. So not as
Jefferson?
bad as the header, but that was a better save.
Yeah. Well, should you have scored it, Jefferson?
What the Barnes chance? Or
No, the Voldemar one, the
Baltimore
1-on-1.
1-on-1.
Sometimes you just got a second or half a second to decide. Yeah, I just think we've been sport with Isak, who's a top finisher, isn't it? Yeah. Again, it's
You say we've been spoiled with it, but is it a case of, yes, we have been, but at the same time, for all the praise that we've given Voltamada, yeah, remember, he scored with the first 4 shots on target or something like that.
yeah.
So is it now?
He's shown he's clinical, isn't it? What
Yeah.
I would say is it actually caught me by surprise, and I'm wondering if it caught Voltamada himself. Because number one, by the way, everything I've been saying, particularly last season and the start of this season, is we could play a 4-4-1-1 with Barnes behind the striker. And if you notice, Barnes picked up that central position where he's dangerous. He could shoot, he doesn't shoot. He threads a reverse ball inside. Now, I think Murphy was slightly running to the right channel and was expecting to receive the ball. So it almost is like a disguised pass. And I think it hits Voltamada by surprise, because he does it inside. But in saying that, instinctively, he still gets a good knock on it. But it's just not a clinical enough finish, unfortunately.
Okay. Just for God, read some of these comments. Bayshok said, tremendous. Chow is the bargain of the century. We'll get to Malik Chow in a bit. Paul says, Murphy is a top player. Big up Big Ginks in the building as well. Liam, Barnes' first miss for the touch paper for the crowd. It set an attacking standard and atmosphere for the rest of the game. Interesting. True. All right. I'm going to go to Roy and then Tiger, but the Barnes miss, yeah?
Oh.
The Barnes miss, yeah? First of all, another great ball from Jacob Murphy, yeah? This guy, like his delivery, like if he was any other player, yeah, with a bit more, I don't know, a bit more about him, we'd be talking him like, I'm not saying KDB levels, but some of the quality balls that he puts across, I mean, they are tremendous. Like, he puts them on a sick point to anybody. Yeah, whether it's Isak, now it's Voltamada, now it's Gordon, it's Barnes, whoever it is, his delivery is first class. Now, that ball that he put across to Harvey Barnes, I know you said it could have been offside. I looked at it again. I think it probably would have been given, allowed. But what do you think Barnes was thinking with that miss?
Oh, he put some players fold when they miss this, but at least he kept going, and he probably thinks, oh, I mean, that's probably the worst miss out of the whole night, all of the misses. So, but at least he didn't fold.
Yeah,
because sometimes it plays with your head for the rest of the game, and you can't get back. But thankfully, it didn't affect him. But he probably wouldn't have slept if we lost that game.
Yeah. Tiger, what was do you think he was too worried about climbing with the post? Or what do you think was going through his head? I don't understand.
I don't know, man. Like, it's just, you should be scoring that. You know what I mean? Or get it on target. But how many times have we seen in the past with like so many players miss that for us, and then we always say, okay, that was our chance. We're not going to score against City. You know what I mean? Like Roy just said, like we could have folded as a whole team. They're like, how many chances we had? We could have just given up after the first half. But credit to Barnes, like he just kept going, and I think that's the difference between him and Gordon. You know, like I think if Gordon misses that, he's giving up for the rest of the game. Like he's like, bun this, I'm going now, innit? But Barnes is like, yeah, he's got a point to prove this season. So yeah, credit to him.
Is it something to say that Harvey Barnes is the best finisher at our club currently?
Yes, I would say.
Mm.
Yeah, I would
I mean,
say.
we'll see when Visser's fit, but yeah, I'd agree with. I think he is. I think currently now, of all the fit players, I think he's our best finisher. And we spoke about, on the other side, it's Murphy's position to lose with Belanga. This is Harvey Barnes' position to lose. Yeah, to me, Anthony Gordon has to prove himself. I think is it Brent might have sent a stat we'll talk about later,
Yeah.
which is the comparison between Gordon and Barnes, night and day. But just to read some more of these comments. Toon Army said, here's my thing from yesterday's first half. We hit the target more than we missed. Then second half, we hit the net. Players will miss more than they score all day, but at least we made chances. Very true. Let's see what we've got. What else we've got? Brant said, I think Baltimore was unlucky yesterday. Wasn't great placements, but the header would have beaten most keepers, in my opinion. Fair point. Who else we got? He was just unlucky. That's all. Is that Kim Cam? Is that about Barnes or Voltamada? Who are we talking about? I'm guessing you're talking about Voltamada.
I think it's the Voltamada's second chance, I reckon.
Tunis has said Donnarumma is a world-class keeper. Let's give him some credit. You are talking about Isak from last year and not against Donnarumma. Maybe different if playing against him. True. But true. Isak was beating Alisson though, and I place Alisson above Donnarumma. That's just me personally. But
Really?
Yeah, I think I rate Alisson very, very highly.
Interesting.
Paul said Harvey should have played up front instead of Anthony Gordon before, and we've been saying that on 90's Max that if you're going to do the fourth 19, Harvey Barnes should be the one playing and not Anthony Gordon. The Gordon experiment does not work. It doesn't work. You know what I mean? But again, we know whose fault that is. But it is what it is.
Nicely finessed, yeah. Give the people what they want.
Not yet, man. Not yet.
You see when they come here, they come because they're baying for blood.
Yeah, but not after we beat Man City 2-1, did it? Just a touch. Liam said, now Trent is in Spain. Is there a better crosser than Murphy in the Prem? And that's a good point. That's what I was trying to allude to, kind of thing.
Definitely top 3 in my opinion.
Who's the other two in the Prem?
I was saying I think Reece James is just quality in terms of his crossing, and then Pedro Porro. But I think Pedro Porro needs a bit of time sometimes, whereas Murphy, as we've seen, can cross the ball very, very early, quite quickly. So I'll probably have Murphy at 2.
Okay. Basha said Murphy has his faults, but his crossing is right up there. He can't be dropped. Who would have said that 4 years ago? Yeah. So what are you saying, Basha? Are you saying give Elanga 4 years and he might be in the same position? Is that what you're saying?
Frustrating, Elanga.
Right, you could see Barnes take an extra step in his first goal. I think he learnt from that miss and was determined to get a quality shot off. So, in my opinion, it made up for that miss quite a lot.
But it's with his weaker foot. And I remember when I was watching the game with a friend, I said, why didn't he adjust his body and sweep it across with his right foot? He tried to lash it with his favoured left foot. He doesn't even try and side foot it. So I think he made sure he side footed on the next finish, and it was on his weaker foot as well.
Kim Cav said maybe he scored 2 because he missed that one, which is true. Well, he missed 2, so maybe. But let's before we got to talk about the Man City chances, because they did create a couple chances. They had one very early on when obviously the ball's come over the top and Haaland's gone through, but credits to Nick Pope, he's come running out of the box and he's put him off and Haaland's put it well wide. They had the snapshot, well saved from Pope, Haaland's shot, and Foden straight after Barnes missed that sitter. Foden missed what we could say is a sitter as well. He skewed it wide when he should have put it on target because Pope was nowhere near that one.
He also gets assassinated, by the way.
Yeah.
He gets absolutely assassinated. Just one thing to touch on Erling Haaland as well. I don't know. I'm not making excuses for Haaland. I think we're switching roles here because I think I always used to tease D-Man that he was really a Man City fan. But Haaland, I think maybe the pressure of knowing that if he scored, he would have broken Shearer's record in St. James's Park. I wonder if that played a part in his game, if that was on his mind.
You know what?
To get that 100th goal.
I don't think so because you know what? Haaland at St. James's Park, he rarely does anything against us. We can hand him the physicality, we can hand him quite well. And we'll get to Malik Chow anyway, but the 2 penalty decisions that they had go against them. Yeah. Now, obviously, the Fabian Schär one, which came first. Is there anybody here that thinks it wasn't a penalty?
Wasn't?
Yeah.
No,
it was a penalty.
It was.
I think it was. Yeah.
We got very, very fortunate with that one. Obviously, when you're in the stadium, you don't have the thing of the replay and stuff, but we didn't know what they were complaining about. But when you see it on TV, Fabian Schär is very, very lucky. I know that they came up with the explanation of it. They're saying that it's more momentum than a reckless challenge.
Bullshit, man.
But to me, that listen, you've seen them give it. You've seen them give
100% penalty.
Stupid challenge as well.
But one thing though, because Foden's shot right and it's gone like row Z, and then he's done the tackle. Do you think that's why it wasn't given?
Yeah, that's probably why they're giving.
Because the ball's already out of play, and then he's tackled him.
Gone,
But what's interesting is though, he's taken a shot. Imagine if he does a feint and he just slightly kicks it half a yard to get a bit of space, and he still gets clattered. It will be a penalty.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Or imagine if that was in the middle of the pitch as well. Someone kicks the ball, and then the other guy tackles him late.
You get sent off. You could get sent off.
Card, so at least yellow. Yeah.
Listen, we would be shouting it if it went against us, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
at least I'm not happy, Clapper. That was a penalty, and we got lucky there.
What we're saying about the second one, because I know me and Jefferson have different opinions on this, but the Malik Chow one, when they reckon it was a handball. Roy, what were your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I wouldn't have given that one because his hand, it was like that, but he didn't move anything. So
there was no unnatural movement.
There was no. There was not. It was like ball to hand, not hand to ball,
and from quite a short distance as well. But
if that was Liverpool and then Mike Dean and stuff, then he would have given it.
It
depends on the referee and the team as well sometimes. But I thought the ref is. I'm not giving that, ruining the game.
Tiger, what would you thought?
I didn't see that one, so whatever Roy's saying, if the arm's by his side, I don't think it's a penalty. If it was out, then it's definitely a penalty, right? So,
what do you reckon, Jefferson? Because I know you said you thought it was a penalty.
Initially, when I saw it, I thought it was. Watching it again, I see what you guys are saying. At the end of the day, it's close to the body. I think was it Carragher was saying it wasn't that it was an unnatural movement. I'm just doing it on the base, saying it on the basis that I've seen them given. So I don't know. Again, on the back of the last incident, I think we're riding our luck a little bit, but I think it's harsh if it's given. But we've seen them given before. Basically, it's a 50-50 toss-up. I'm happy that they didn't give it. You know what I mean? That helped us massively, of course.
Yeah. So listen, we go in the break at 0-0. Frustrated that we're not ahead, but And it's the whole cliche that it's the first 10 minutes of the second half which are crucial. I don't know what minute we scored in, but we didn't concede, that's for sure. And the first goal comes now. I think Nico Riley, I think he tries to clear the ball. I think Tonali's forced him and he tried to clear the ball. It's fallen to Joe Linton. He's knocked it to Bruno, and he's played a lovely 1-2 with Harvey Barnes. And like Jefferson said, whether the exquisite finish from Harvey Barnes on his right foot into the bottom corner, I don't think any keeper saving that, to be fair. 1-0 and the place erupts. Any thoughts on the goal, Roy?
It was a great ball anyway. And it started with Tonali and then Joe Linton and Bruno. I mean, Joe Linton's like, I'm like, what a coward. What's that pass back to? Because his pass to Bruno is about half a meter.
Yeah,
Bruno was like half a meter behind him.
And Bruno's
Pass the
like,
ball
fuck it,
like that.
leave it to me, then I'm going to go do it, innit? Like, he just gone bombing forward.
Yeah, so Bruno gives it to Barnes gives Bruno, and then Bruno just flicks it at the end. A great finish. One of the best goals this season for us as a team as well.
We scored a lot of good team goals, We ain't scored many
Yeah.
goals this season, but some of the goals we scored have been top quality teamwork as well.
Through the middle as well. Through the damn middle, for God's sake.
Which is different, which is good to see, because some would say we're too predictable with the left and right, but no, through the middle, you're right. We can switch it up, you know what I mean? So good to see.
But I think Lewis Hall, is key to this sort of thing. If you
And we'll
notice,
talk
like with
about
Dan Burn there,
as well, yeah.
that left
That wouldn't
channel
have
is just
happened,
redundant. But if you've
Yeah.
got someone with the overlap, you can then gamble and come
It's
inside.
such a difference. And also, I don't know if you clocked Voltemata's run as well. He's drawn the defender away. Yeah, it's smart play.
Creating the space.
The little things, you know what I mean? We'll talk about Voltemata a bit more in a second, but Tiger, what were your thoughts on the goal itself?
Yeah, like I thought, great goal. I think, do you know what? Yeah, I think Bruno needs to play more further up in the midfield three. I think he plays much better, like as the number 10. I think that's where he needs to play more. Like the way he drives with the ball, and like I said, the 1-2 Barnes that touch back to Bruno, Bruno back to Barnes, and then the finish. Barnes is gonna score that 9 times out of 10, right? He's done it in the past, but yeah, just like if that was a City, they'll be talking about that for weeks. You know what I mean?
It's
But
true. It's true.
so it's good goal, good team goal.
But obviously, the joy was short lived because City got back into it. Bit of a scrappy goal to concede. We didn't clear our lines really. Maybe unlucky, Ruben Diaz has hit it through Fabian Schär's legs for a packed box. Jefferson, what were your thoughts on the goal itself we conceded, and what were your thoughts when we conceded that goal?
I thought, oh, here we go again. We've seen this happen before. The sandcastle's going to crash. And also on the back end, I was thinking, yep, this is another excuse for Eddie to call Burn back up saying, we missed his height in the box. But no, it was frustrating, man. You could sense that it just took a little bit. It was like a punch to the stomach a little bit, But I think the team shrugged it off. And I think with the home support, we were always gonna bounce back. But of course, being an armchair fan, you're gonna be 10 times as worried, thinking, "Yep, we've seen this movie before."
All right, but then, like I said, because I think most fans thought that at the time. Credit to the home fans too, because even when they conceded, they gene up the players again to go again, whatnot. And credit to the players because they didn't let it phase them. They still stuck to their guns, still tried to attack Man City. They had the corner from Tonali, which almost went in direct from the corner when he's ripped it in. And credit to Lewis Hall because he's won the header. And Fraser play. Barnes has knocked it over to Murphy. Murphy has floated it over. Baltimore at the back post has put a cross goal. There's Bruno at the back post to head it across the bar. Now I thought if we don't score from that, that's a penalty. Because the way he got shoved for that.
He nearly hits the post, by the way.
Yeah, that could have been very
dangerous.
Yeah, that's it. And there's Barnes. Great touch, first touch, by the way, to bring it down and to knock it into the net. 2-1. Obviously, the crowd erupts. And then it goes to VAR. Now, obviously, again, in the crowd, when you're in the crowd, you don't have the advantage of seeing it on the screen and stuff. But I was looking at messages and stuff, and they were saying it looks offside. Now, to you guys, did you think it looked offside to you when they showed the replay? Jefferson?
Yeah, I thought it was offside. I think it looked like Bruno's hand. Even though it's annoying because they always count the hand, but you can't score with your hand. He looked like his hand was beyond Diaz. I actually still think potentially he was a little bit offside, but because it's inconclusive, they have to go in favour of the attacker. But from the naked eye and from the line, it still looked offside to me.
I
But
think what
I'm
they
not
said
gonna.
was, is it because what they thought they were questioning Bruno's foot because he can't score with hand. It's his foot. His foot was the furthest thing away in front, but is it Diaz? I can't remember if Diaz, but his
Yeah,
arm,
yeah.
his torso and arm was in front of Bruno. So that's why they're saying is onside. So to me, it was a quick decision, but it was close. When you look at it closely, you can see that Diaz is kind of leaning a little bit, and his torso and his arm is more than Bruno's foot, which was
Fine margins, isn't it?
very fine margins. Very fine margins. Wait, did you think it was offside when you first saw it?
When I first saw it, I thought, "Oh, guys, calm down." So we were watching it with the fans, and I'm, oh shit. And then the referee goes, "Oh, what in? Oh, come on!" And thing is, they went to VAR for like a few other reasons as well, because there was a foul. That's what Guardiola was saying. There was a foul on Donnarumma from
Oh, from
Barnes
Barnes or
to start
something.
with,
Yeah,
yeah, as well.
yeah. But
And
that to
then
me, that wasn't a foul. But Donnarumma, it's similar to Nick Pope. Donnaruma's come to clear. He hasn't been strong enough.
yeah,
He hasn't been commanding enough. But listen, they analysed everything, didn't they? They analysed everything.
they did, yeah.
Because age to give it, and I thought it was going to be disallowed, but it got given 2-1. But from then, I know we sat back a little bit, but City, I know Foden skewed a few wide and stuff, but they weren't glaring misses. And then they had that moment, that one-on-one, Haaland against Malik Chow. Yeah,
Oh, class.
the quality defending, quality. Tiger, how good do you think this guy is?
Oh well, I didn't see it. I'll have to watch that back. But I would say Mike Charles, like, probably the signing of the season. Like, if not, like, he has to be second or something. Like, he's gone under the radar. And like, I remember when we signed him, some people were like, "Oh, he's like AC Milan's third choice. He didn't have a good season last season." I've been saying, like, I think Bayern Munich come for him next season or the season after. If we don't get Champions League, Bayern Munich are going to come for him because
I
they
don't.
love their German
Yeah,
players.
yeah, you're right. I don't think he leaves this next season. I think he gives us 2 years. But you're right. I
Yeah,
think he's another one that will be looking to see, right, where's this club going?
exactly.
And you know what I mean. But he is quality, and he changes. We talked about the fullback, but he also changes the way we play as well. Because what that allowed us to do, and I mentioned it earlier, we were able to push everyone forward and have him just back on Erling Haaland because they were so comfortable that he could deal with him. Yeah, and he proved it in that one moment in the second half that it allowed Lewis Hall, it allowed Tino to push forward, it allowed even Fabian Schär to go forward at times. You know what I mean? He's not the quickest, but he's patient enough to get back. His reading of the game is very good as well. And that one-on-one with Haaland showed that he didn't go diving because sometimes they talk about he could be too rash in the challenge and stuff, but he bided his time and he nicked the ball of Haaland, made Haaland drop on the floor, kind of thing. And there's another point where he's so comfortable, like under the press as well. There's another time that who was pressing him, and he's backhilled it, like he backhilled it to the centre back, like so comfortable, so calm. He does it all the time. He's very calm in possession, which is great to see. He's got a high ceiling ahead of him. You know what I mean? He looks very, very good. And like you said, one of the signings of the season, if not the
Well,
signing
there
of the
were
season.
some that weren't impressed. I'm not going to call out their names, but particularly as soon as he came on against Liverpool, they were critical of him and stuff like
Oh,
that. And
yeah.
I mean, we're not
Win.
going to call out the. I'm not saying anything, but
Say names, innit? Say
Ah,
names.
there were people calling out Tiao. Listen, we said he was
What?
quality, so
We know what we're talking about, man. We know what we're talking about. Roy, what's your thoughts on Malik Chow anyway?
for me, he was man of the match yesterday. It wasn't Barnes; it was him. It was amazing. He's probably been our best player all season overall, and I put him in my fantasy team as well. So there you go.
Like
amazing.
Tunis.
I'm surprised he's actually not a starter for Germany as well.
Yeah, I don't know who they must have ahead of him because, boy, if he can't start for them, then they must have some world-class
Super team.
centre backs.
I think if he continues the way he is for the whole season, I think he starts for Germany.
Yeah.
He has to start for Germany.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He has to start.
Who they got? Jonathan Tah, and who's the other one? Is it I can't say it's Schlotterbeck.
Oh, him.
I was like, what, 30 years
Yeah.
old? Like 31? Like, he's old now, man.
Yeah, Tah's getting old.
Yeah,
He,
so
he used to start for Germany, but I think they went through a rough patch in the last few years, and then
He was
they
sacrificed.
dropped him. Yeah, they dropped
Yeah.
him. It wasn't his fault.
but
Really.
is he playing this well because he wants to get into the World Cup squad? Come next season, he's gonna go shit.
He's gonna be in
Fingers
the
crossed.
World
I
Cup.
hope
don't put
Fingers
that in the ether, man. Don't put that out there, man.
Nah,
Don't put
man,
that out
man, it
there.
happens every season, man. You know, it happened with Gordon, everyone, man. So
Toon Assassin said, Chow after the game gained 180 pounds in weight. The staff were confused until they saw Haaland hanging out of Chow's pocket. Haaland was removed and escorted away from the dressing room.
Love that.
Oh God.
That's so funny.
But yeah, listen. So that's a 3 valuable points, a great performance. We've got to talk about the fullbacks, right? Lewis Hall and Tino, because like we said earlier, they make such a difference to the way we play, right? Lewis Hall, like obviously he's just come back from injury, whatever, and I think he cramped up towards the end of after 77 minutes, whatever it was. But the difference that he gave us down that left-hand side, and I don't know if you lot saw the amount of times he was able to get out of tight space and go bombing down that left-hand side was ridiculous. The little drag backs, playing with such confidence, he's bombing forward and trying to put crosses in. It's so refreshing. Listen, got nothing against Dan Burn. Yeah, he had to fill that position, but we do not want to see him there again. We do not want to see him there again because it limits the way we play offensively. Like, it's no coincidence that we saw the best out of Harvey Barnes when Lewis Hall is on that pitch. And I think even Gordon will do a lot better
So D man, if my man starts doing his favoritism thing again, because he will, we know he will, are you gonna hold him and the Colties accountable?
I always do. When he does
Okay.
that, I do. That's the thing. But that's the thing.
Got this
And
on record.
no,
Yeah?
no,
Got this
no,
on
no, no, no,
record.
no, 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 no. Have I ever questioned that? I've always said what he's gonna do when Lewis Hall. I've always said, what's he gonna do with Dan Burn? Yeah, he's either gonna put him back at left back, or he's gonna sacrifice Botman and put Dan Burn in that thing, and that's when he needs to be called up. I said that already.
I think that's why he's done the Fabian Cher thing. I really do. I really
It
do.
might
It
be.
wouldn't
It
surprise
might
me if
be.
he put
But my
back.
thing is the left back position. Do not put, because my thing is that he will probably rest Lewis Hall for this Champions League game, and put Dan Burn back in there. Yeah. But my thing is, and that's whatever, because that Marseille game, I think that's fireworks for us anyway. But the next game against Everton, yeah, if you dare put Dan Burn back at left back against whoever, I don't know who plays.
Even at centre back.
Yeah, that's like even
He should be fourth choice now. Fourth
this is
choice.
what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. But I think you're right. I think Howe has not got an issue with Botman, but I think he feels that he's not performing to that highest level, and he can be dropped, like I said with the Fabian Schär thing, which is lunacy to me because
Look who's it, D-man. Look who's it.
Who?
Wind.
Oh, he heard the
He's
call
gonna
out.
sacrifice,
Bring him on.
man. You can imagine him shouting it. How man? How
But also Tino on the right hand side, yeah, Matt came back from injury and played 98 minutes, whatever it was. And don't get me wrong, he had a testing time against Doku, especially in that first half. But second half, I thought he grew into the game. You know what I mean? The overlap that he offers with Murphy as well gives Murphy that space for the delivery. You know what I mean? It's refreshing to see. It completely changes the way we play. The only thing he just needs to do is drop Nick Pope and put Ramsdale in there, but he won't do that. So because again, that guy is so useless with his feet. It's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. But we ain't going to dwell on that today. But those two, left back and right back, and people are talking about if Hall can stay fit, he should be the first choice left back for England, which I believe he should be. I think he's better than Lewis Skelly, who's not a left back, a natural left back. You know what I mean? So, what's your thoughts on them, Roy, Tino and Hall?
I think those two are England's fullbacks. I think they should, if they're both fit by end of the season, those two should be England's fullbacks. Who's England's left back anyway? Tino played a few times there.
Yeah.
Don't they play O'Reilly there, don't they?
Yeah, and then
he had his first cap, didn't he?
Yeah, did Reece James play the last one?
Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw.
So it's Laws. It's Hall's position really. If he keeps fit,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because remember, Tuchel wanted to select him, then he got injured. Remember, he was the first choice selection, then he got injured. But Toon Assassin here said Hall and Tino will be 100% will be rested, and so they should be. I'm guessing you
I
think
think
about
so.
the
I think
Champions
so,
League
yeah.
game. My thing is the Everton game. Champions League game I can understand. It's the Everton game. Yeah, they need to be playing in that
Yeah.
Everton game.
But I feel like come the Everton game, yeah. Like the thing with Howe and Burn, like he'll never drop him, no matter what. And like I feel I can see a 5 at the back against Everton, and if he does that,
Against Everton.
well, he did
That's
against
it.
Leeds, 5 at the back. So I think he'll never drop Burn. That's the thing. He'll never drop him. That's the problem. And he'll go 5 at the back, Hall, Livramento as the wing backs, and then Burn, Chow, and Shaw as the centre backs. That's what most likely is going to happen.
I
Watch.
think he'll do it against Marseille. He'll go 5 at the back against Marseille in some way, some capacity. But to do that against Everton is criminal. Absolutely criminal.
Yeah. I think Chow should be rested against Marseille and just play Botman, Shaw, and Byrne as the 3 centre backs, and then shuffle the rest of the team, and rest Hall and Tino.
Yeah. You talking about for the Champions League, yeah?
Champions League one, yeah.
Okay.
And then against Everton, go back to the same back 4.
Okay.
I
Liam,
think you even having Burn against Marseille, they're just going to rip him to pieces. Like Aubameyang, Greenwood, Angel Gomez, they're going to rip him to shreds.
yeah,
So I think he should be starting.
yeah, it's gonna be.
Greenwood worries
He
me.
will, though. He
Greenwood
will.
does
We all
worry
know
me,
he
man.
will.
We'll talk about Marseille in a minute because I think that's going to get ugly for us if I'm honest. But
One point though, going back, the Man City lineup. I can't believe I'm saying this and criticizing Pep, but it was really, really naive going with Silva and Foden as part of the midfield 3. And I think he did play into our hands there. I don't know if he felt like he had a bench that could change the game. And for me, Marmoush not starting, was it a fitness issue? Because for
yeah,
me,
he's only come back from injury not too long
Yeah,
ago.
it's fitness, I
okay.
think, yeah.
Because I
But
think he would have been a danger because he shoots from deep as well, you see.
yeah, and remember he bullied us. He bullied us at the Etihad, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Marmoush is quality, though, man. He's
But,
quality.
but for me, I think that's, if you notice, whenever we play Arsenal or Liverpool, particularly in the midfield, it's very physical. It's like 2 balls clashing. So surely Pep would have done his homework to know that we're very physical.
But who
very
would you put in there? Who they've got that you put in there?
I mean, to be honest, I'm not that familiar with their squad. I know that Nico's a bit of a big boy, so obviously good to see him play. Argument that maybe John Stones or Ake potentially, maybe.
What about that Reinders? Is he injured
I mean,
or?
No,
Ryan,
Ryan's on the bench.
He's been
But
dropped, yeah.
he's
he
not physical
rotated.
though. He's not physical. Yeah, Ryan is not that physical guy though, is he? Really? Like, I think he'd get bullied in that midfield physically. But again, maybe obviously it didn't turn out for them. So you're right there. Maybe you got it wrong there. But Liam says Sven doesn't trust his own body yet. He needs to be protected. 6 months without injury, Botman will be back to his best. It'd be interesting. Remember, he's also in contract talks as well. So this could be
very
so.
timely, very timely.
Well, we know why he doesn't want to sign.
Paul said, "Do we think Tuesday's game is a given? Then I'd like to see our proper fullbacks kicking on now." All right, before we go on to that, let's talk about quickly talk about the implications of this result, because we're sitting now in 14th place. We're not in the relegation zone. We feared last week. Some results went our way and stuff, but again, I'm sure we're all in agreement that we can't take this game as an indication that we're back, because the positives are, with Lewis Hall and Tino, we've shown that we can play a different way, and we all knew that. One thing I will say, there were parts in the game where I was looking at thinking, if Fisher was fit, or when he's fit, we will be lethal in attack, because there's so many times, I don't know if you noticed, when the midfield's got the ball, or even the wingers, and they want to play that final pass through, and they're looking up, and Voltemader's not there. It's so obvious. If someone's on the shoulder, they can slip it through. I saw Tonali drive through a couple of times, and he looked through it, and he's seen that no one's there, and he's gone sideways, he's gone another way, whatever. If we have a proper striker there, like an out-and-out number 9, and this is going to be that guy, I think it would be a lot different against some of these teams. But this game itself, we know that, listen, we haven't beat Man City at home in the league since 2019, but we tend to get out for the bigger games at home, especially at home, right? So I think we're all in agreement that we can't take this as an indication that we're back, right? What will it take, though? I'm going to go for the most negative. I'll start with you, Tiger. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm in disbelief here. Oh
Nah,
wow.
To be fair,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
I'm
the
the most
master,
negative.
but
son.
not even negative because obviously you're real with it. You're real with your opinions and stuff. Like you're not the least happy clapper, should I say? Yeah, if we go on a scale, yeah. So
Yeah.
what would you say? What would it take for you to think to believe that we are back? And I'm not. And forget Eddie Howe being sacked. Like, what would it take for you in
That's
terms
not
of
going to
results and
happen.
stuff? Yeah,
We all know that's not going to happen.
exactly. It's not going to happen. So what would it take for you to believe that? Rah, we're starting to.
I think it's beating the lesser teams. That's the main issue for me. It's like Jefferson, you said today, or was it yesterday? It must have been earlier today. It was like against the big teams, we always perform, which is great. But then the lesser teams, we need to have the same performance in those games as well. And I think like, especially like if our away form picks up, I would say we're back. You know, until that starts to improve. And right now, we're like, yeah, like I said, it's a great win, but we're still 14th. There's nothing to be happy about. Like, don't get too excited. Do you know what I mean? But I think if we pick up the away form, start beating the lesser teams, then I'll say, yeah, we're back. And then the Sunderland, you know what? If we beat Sunderland, I'll say we're back.
I'm going to say because we're away to Everton next, and then we're home to Spurs and Burnley, then away to Sunderland, right?
Yeah.
So hypothetically, if you was to, I don't know, take 3 wins and a draw, yeah, would that convince you? Or if we get,
I'll be happy.
yeah,
I still say there's still a lot
Three
of work.
wins and a draw from the next 4. That's 10 points. That'll
Yeah.
probably take us back to top 6.
If we can get to like the top 6 by January, I'll be like, okay, cool, we're back.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Jefferson, what about you?
Yeah, I think just to echo what Tiger's saying, the away wins are a big indicator because, in some weird way, yes, it's historic beating Man City, but we do turn up for those big games, especially at home. So there's almost like kind of not a surprise there. What we want to see is, being back on the front foot consistently. But for me as well, I think the football has to improve. I think the football generally this season has been quite poor, and I just want to see some adaptability from Eddie, and just a few tweaks and being reactive in those games. But it's not just him; it's the players and their mentality, because for them to be this inconsistent is not acceptable, actually. And as much as I was delighted and relieved with yesterday, I was also a little bit frustrated because I thought, hold on a second. Once again, you guys have turned up again. Where were you the week before and the week before and the week before? We need to see this more. So it's not even just about the manager, it's the players as well. But for me, it's just the style of football. It's not sustainable. So we've got these fullbacks in now, which has pushed us up a gear, but they're not robots. They're going to run out of puff. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Something has to change. Um, Whether Eddie's the man for that, I don't know. But I think in the long run, we can't continue this style of football. It's going to be another 23-24 season waiting to happen.
I would counter that in the sense that we're not playing that swashbuckling, intense style, 100 miles an hour every game. This is the
Did you
big
not
teams
see
are
us
doing that.
yesterday?
No,
Bang,
no, no, no,
bang,
no, 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 no,
bang,
no, no, no,
bang,
no, no.
bang, 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 bang.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Yesterday we did. The other games you haven't been doing that. We haven't been doing that against the other team. The big game, Liverpool, yeah, we haven't it. Arsenal, we didn't do it. All the other games you haven't done it. This game we have. So in that respect, I give him credit because, as I've said, we have tried to control games a lot more. Whether it's been effective or not, that's another story. But we haven't gone for this 100 miles an hour for the majority of the season. Yesterday we did. So in that respect, I get it. Yeah. But me personally, if we beat Everton, yeah, if we beat Everton and we beat Sunderland, yeah, because I think we'll get good results against Spurs and Burnley. But it's the next 2 away game for me that will make me believe that we're starting to make progress. Yeah. And also, like I said, you talked about the players as well, which I agree. But Eddie Howe as well, I want to see, my thing is what he does with Dan Burn. Yeah. If he continues with this Dan Burn thing, then there's no chance we're coming back, to me personally. And also Anthony Gordon. Yeah. Because if he lets Anthony Gordon walk back straight into that team, curtains. Absolute curtains. And I got the stat that Brent pulled up. He said, Harvey Barnes has 24 GA in the last 29 Premier League starts since joining Newcastle in 2023. 17 goals and seven assists, nearly contribution per league start. He also grabbed 5 GA in just 3 Carabao Cup and UEFA Champions League starts this season. For context, Anthony Gordon hasn't registered a single GA for NUFC in his last 13 league starts. His most recent contribution, an assist against season's bottom club, Sunderland, and that was way back in January. So that, to me, says all you need to know. And there is no reason why Anthony Gordon should walk back into that team.
I mean, he's been on form in the Champions League though.
He has been informed with the Champions League.
Yeah.
Against who?
Yeah, and Harvey Barnes has scored a few in Champions League as well. The last game, Harvey Barnes was the one who scored the 2 goals. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Fair,
whatever game it was that we played Benfica, whenever it was. So, you know what I
Benfica,
mean? So, you know, Harvey Barnes...
He scored in that game though, didn't he?
Gordon scored the first goal, I think.
Yeah.
But Harvey Barnes scored 2.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So,
And no Dan Burn yesterday. Yeah, we're not having a cover slow coaches.
well,
Yeah,
this is
you felt that release in the team.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
Just quickly, just to pause. Ginesta makes a good point. Hold tight, Ginesta. 56 watching. Please get the likes up and that. So smash the like button, people. Help the channel grow. Be much appreciated. Smokey, big up Smokey, says having a fullback shows how much they make a difference. Leo, here we go. Hold it in, Jeff.
What did I say? What did I say? I didn't say nothing bad.
Bayshak said the week before we didn't have Hall and Tino, which is very true. But they can't play every game. They can't play.
Yeah.
They need to play the majority of the games,
B?
but they can't play
What we're
every
seeing
game.
is plan A working.
But
to
this
a
is why
T.
we probably
What's
need
the
to
plan B
we
and
need
the
to-
plan
we-
C.
We need to invest in January. We need to
We
get
don't have
maybe.
plan
No. I don't want Eddie anywhere near the money, mate.
No, but what I'm saying is but would you
No.
not? No, hold on. Would you not
No.
agree? No, forget Eddie. Do you not agree that we need fullback cover? Yes or no?
Do you trust him?
No, not him.
way he
No,
wasted money.
you're missing the point, Jefferson. I'm asking in January, regardless who's there.
Oh
do
yeah,
you not?
we
Right,
need
we
a
need.
left back.
That's what I'm
We need a
saying.
left
We
back.
need
But
fullback
who's
cover.
in charge? But the mess of the club, who's in charge?
Well, now we'll see if
Who's
Ross
in
Wilson.
charge?
We will see if Ross Wilson's in charge of the transfers, won't we?
But will you let Eddie near the money again?
No,
After what he did
but
this
I'm not
summer?
saying about. I just said, do we need fullback cover? Yes or no?
Yes, we
You're
do.
obsessed with this Eddie
We do.
thing, bro. Now the Eddie
No,
thing
no,
for
because
5 minutes.
I'm just saying.
No,
No, do
for
you know
5
why?
minutes, Jefferson.
Because I'm worried about.
No, I hear it.
the funds.
I'm just saying what we
Wasting
need.
money.
I'm just saying about what we need. Yeah, forget
I
about
mean,
who's spending it.
Don't get me wrong. We've been linked to this Dutch ginger kid, haven't we? Is it Key Schmidt?
You know, Pap. Say
Key Schmidt and
this Dutch ginger kid.
yeah, and what's it? Some Brazilian striker, right?
Yeah.
From Vasco
Yeah.
da Gama, but again, no links to a
It's not
defender.
gonna happen, but yeah.
Yeah, but Jefferson, they're not going to start though, or they're not going to be in the
Yeah,
first
they're not
team,
gonna
so they're
start.
just waste of money, isn't it?
Where's the Ashby lad? He disappeared.
We're going slightly off track here, lads. We're going slightly off track here, lads. Let's bring it back in, yeah. But anyway, let me read some of these comments, right? So we've got Toon Assassin said, "I said if you can get 9 points before the Sunderland game, then we are back." That was said before Man City, so we have 1 away game and getting another 3 points. 2 at home, we could get 12 points. Interesting. Junior said 100% Hall and Barnes must start via versus Marseille, which we'll talk about. Hendo, big up Hendo, said without a classic number 10, you will struggle to play through the lines and break down lesser teams. Effort alone won't break teams down. You need guile, disguise, and vision. And we spoke about this before, like we don't sign number 10s. You don't sign number 10s, and we had the opportunity in summer and we chose Jacob Ramsey. So, you know what I mean? So,
Oh, 1 point on that. So when I saw the subs, what was it, Alanga and Willett coming on, I was like, "Where's Jacob Ramsey? Like, why is he not getting a look in?
Yeah.
Is he still injured or what?"
that's just the subs, bruv. Why was John Ruddy on the bench, bruv? Why was John Ruddy?
Oh man! Oh my
Hey,
God, man!
notice
he's a
that.
good luck charm. Put him on the bench every game.
I could not believe what I was seeing. Ruddy, you know. I thought this guy was here for security guard and vibes, bruv. Like, what the hell was he doing on the bench? Ridiculous. Was Trippier injured? Is Trippier injured?
Yeah, he's in a stand. Yeah,
Okay.
hamstring.
What, do we not have? I swear we've got like a big enough squad that we don't need to put 2 keepers on the bench, innit?
That's what I thought. But
It's the youth. It's the youth, man. The youth have got to start, even if they're just experiencing the match day training, all that stuff. Soak up the atmosphere. You know, they're still learning to do on the day. these boys, we can get them more involved.
Speaking of
Yeah.
speaking of the youth, here comes Win. You said yesterday we did go 100 miles an hour. That's why we won.
But is it sustainable, my man? Is it
Nope.
sustainable? Can you do
Win.
that
Why
for
are you setting him
38
off?
games?
Why are you setting him off
Can
again?
you do that for 38 games, my guy? Yeah.
Brad said Gordon cannot walk back into the starting spots. Does anybody think? Does anybody think that we talked about Dan Burn? Do you think Gordon comes back into on Tuesday?
Hell no.
No,
Yeah,
he'll not be
I
back.
think, yeah. I think he does.
He shouldn't, but he probably will.
Play Elanga there, man. I'd rather play Elanga.
No, but
there.
remember last season when he got sent off just before the cup, and then
Oh,
Barnes
how can we
came in,
forget?
and Barnes had a good run, and he scored a few goals as well. And Gordon's suspension finished, but he didn't start for a while, like 2-3 extra games, and then I'm not sure Barnes' form dropped.
He
a
must
bit,
have
and then he
something in
came
his contract, like he has to play all the games or start something. Has to be something in the contract that he got last season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Making up for it for all that debacle about offering him to Liverpool.
Atrocious, really.
Yeah.
I want him gone in the summer anyway. He's the next one to go.
Kim Cam said for pre-season is over and now the start of the season. We've seen that, so we've tried to say that so many times.
Maybe.
Like Pep said,
hold firm, Kim Cam. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
but
on the dark side at the moment. Hold firm.
Like Pep said the season starts from November to February. That's when the real season starts. Like before that, you're kind of feeling out everything, whatever. So maybe there's something in it, but it only means something if we actually start getting these results. You know what I mean?
Hey, Demon, get that Paul Morris's comment up.
Which one?
Eddie Howe's better than Pep at this point.
Oh, Jesus in heaven.
Yeah, get this guy out, man.
Coaties, man.
Get this guy out.
He must be trolling. He must be trolling. First of all, Paul,
can be
let me make this clear.
Tiger.
Let me make this clear to you, Paul. Respect your opinion, but Pep Guardiola is the greatest man of all time. Next. But anyway.
Hold on. I mean, as we've seen, D-Man, who is it? Was it Peter who changed his ways? We baptized him in the water and he changed his ways, right? They could all be redeemed. So I have faith that Paul can be redeemed.
Here's a comment from Phil, though. Phil said, everyone's slaughtering Dan Burn. Put Botman at left back and see how he gets on. He's slower than Burn. Fact, never fought a player for his ability, only his application.
Well, we all know that.
Botman played left back a little bit last night. He did all right. But listen, I'm not fooling. Listen, Dan Burn, he gives everything for the shirt. He does, and we can't take that away from him. And he was performing very well at centre back. Let's be honest, he was. When he was centre back, he was performing very well. But we do not want to see him at left back ever again.
I've got a theory. Maybe we should play Burn and CDM.
Huh?
Just play Burn.
Bruce was sharing CDM, bro.
Just stick him there in the middle, mate. That's it.
Might work because he likes bombing forward.
What are you talking about?
Put him there, CDM, man.
Let's put it right back. Let's put it goalkeeper. What are you not talking about?
Play him up front, bruv.
The way he heads the ball, play him up front.
Put him on the bench. Play him up front.
Hold a minute. We say that Baltimore, doesn't get in the boxes up. Yeah. Dan Burn has not got the leg to get in the box. You could just plant him in the box offside and pump ball to him. Like, what are you going to do with it?
We should just make him player manager at this point, mate.
I remember.
What is it, the 1930s?
Didn't Norwich have a centre back called Gary Doherty? And I swear he was a centre back that used to play striker. And same with Dion Dublin was the opposite.
So we're Norwich now, bro. You want us relegated? Bro. What are you doing, fam? Put him up front. Love it, man.
Now, I think Ben would do a job at CDM. He would just sit there. He would just sit there. Put Joe Linton on the bench. That's it. He just sit there.
Okay.
He'd be like Rodri.
I think Fabian Schär would be a better 6 than Burn, though.
Oh yeah.
But Brucey tried it though; it didn't work. But that was
it. I told you, Paul was trolling. I told you, man. I told you.
Yeah, he's changing now. He's changing.
Paul, let us know. Are you on the dark side? Yes. Let us know.
Oh, come on. We're not doing this. We're not.
No.
We're not doing this.
Guys,
please.
Come on, man.
Please.
Okay, hold on. But that question there, what would Pep do with Newcastle's budget? Firstly, he's not buying a Langer, and he's not buying Jacob Ramsey.
Exactly. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. The disrespect of Pep. He is the greatest. Hands down. But anyway.
Oh, Mourinho D-man Mourinho, man. Come on.
Yeah, I'm
You know what
Mourinho.
the maddest
When
thing is?
Mourinho wins at St James's Park, come talk to me in it. Yeah.
You know what the maddest thing as well is? You see Morgan Rogers today score 2 goals. One of them's a winning goal, obviously. They get him from Middlesbrough for 15 million, and yet we've bought their fifth choice
Look at
centre
this.
midfielder for 45 million pounds.
Look at
That
this,
tells
bro.
you everything that's wrong with us at the
Hey,
moment.
they're in the top 4 now.
And they look better than us, yeah.
Yep.
And they didn't win the first 5. But look at this, bro. Pep could not have done what Eddie's done. Fact. Oh,
Oh,
come on.
You,
Come
you
on.
can't
Allow it.
guess. You can't guess that.
Win.
We will
Get
be
off
here
the
all day.
sauce, mate. Get off the sauce, please.
You can't guess that. You can't.
Debatable. Come on, man. Like, win.
Oh,
Come
win. Come on.
Exactly.
But anyway, let's quickly talk about this Marseille game in particular, right? Because obviously we go there on Tuesday. Safe travel for all the Toon Army fans who are mad enough to go over there, by the way, because them French football hooligans do not play. Yeah, so don't wear your Newcastle shirt until this match day, because if they see you out slipping, listen, it could be a long day for you lot. So
Yeah, it's a rough
safe
situation.
travels.
I thought Marseille fans are all right. Like with like Newcastle. I swear there's no rivalry there though. No.
No, you'll find out. Trust me, bro. Trust me. Yeah, trust me. Do not play with them. Anyway, they are. I think they're the top scorers in France, French league football at the moment. They're not doing that great in the Champions League right now, but they're gonna put on an atmosphere when we get there. How do you think we're gonna fare there? Like, I think we'll go 5 at the back, by the way. But does anybody think that we can come out of there with 3 points?
No.
Yeah, I think
I
it's gonna
say
be really hard.
draw minimum. A draw would be
get
a
a
good
point.
result.
Yeah,
I'll take a
draw's
draw,
good.
100%.
Yeah.
Take a draw. But I don't see us getting much from this game. I think it's going to be like, they've got Aubameyang, they've got Greenwood, they've got a few players. They could really cause us problems. But we have to be on job. I mean, don't get me wrong. If we come away with 3 points, then that would be amazing, because we're shooting for top 8 after that, in my opinion. If we can get that done,
Yeah.
but it's going to be very, very difficult.
Does this win put us in the guaranteed playoff round? Because that would be what? Is it 11 points? 12 points? 12
12
points.
points. That'll be 12 points. Yeah, and that's pretty much
playoff.
guaranteed.
I think if we win or draw, we're probably 95% through to the playoffs at least.
And then probably 15 gets us to the
Fif-
last
yeah.
16, last 16, innit?
Yeah, 2 wins will probably take us 16.
See, here's another thing. Like, I think people say this a free hit, yeah, but like, if
Is
we
it?
lose against Marseille, well, the happy clappers are saying it's a free hit against Marseille, right?
Oh
Because
my God.
everyone's concentrating on the Everton game. But I feel like if we lose this, we could just lose the momentum in with the rest of the games in the Champions League.
Well, because we got away to Leverkusen after that. So we need to
Yeah.
get something from the 2 games. We need to get minimum 2 points from the 2 games, but ideally 4 points. If we can
4
get 4
points. We need 4 points.
then we'll be laughing. But this ain't a free hit, man. We have to take this seriously. 'Cause I know someone will talk. Was it last week? There was the players are really looking forward to going to Marseille. Yeah, you're gonna find out when you get there. Yeah, you'll find out how enjoyable it is. Yeah, like Kenny said, the Marseille fans are worse than PSG. I'm telling you, bro. They're hooligans.
They are, but really bad.
Win was there in 2004, I think.
Yeah,
For the UEFA Cup semi-final.
Yeah.
No wonder we lost.
Big up Aaron.
Play
Aaron,
nice.
He needs to come on.
Yeah,
We need to get him on. We need to get him on back. We'll get him back.
He retired in the 90s, so fit in with us.
Aaron said Marseille haven't been doing well in the Champions League. Aubameyang is 36 years old. We can definitely get a result. I like the positivity. I do like the positivity. But when you say result, Aaron, are you talking about draw or are you talking the 3 points? You're talking the 3 points because a draw is doable. I think it's unlikely, but it's doable. 3 points would be amazing. I mean, nobody thought we'd be Man City, so anything's possible. You know what I mean? But we're gonna have to be on job there.
Guys, if it's like let's say like a 3-0, 4-0, yeah, to Marseille, what your thoughts? Are you like back on the whole like Eddie needs to go, or are you?
No. My opinion isn't changing based on this Marseille result.
Oh,
right?
okay.
The same way it's not changing on the Man City result.
I'm not changing regardless, bruv.
But I mean, don't worry, it'll be disappointing if we get slapped. It'll be disappointing, very disappointing. But that's not gonna like Jeff said. The league is our bread and butter, innit? The league is our bread. I'm not saying this is a free hit. It's not a free hit because we need to go there and try to win the game. But it's not a free hit. But it's the league. If we get pumped by Everton, Jesus Christ, like everyone will be dressed in black that day for the Sunday 90's Mags, bruv. You might even see black screens, bruv. Black screens are just pure cussing. You know what I mean?
No excuses, part 3.
But you know what I mean. But I don't see us getting smacked in Marseille. But I just don't see us winning. I don't see us winning. And the team selection will tell us a lot. When we see that team selection, it will tell us a lot.
Left back. Yeah, that's it.
And De Zerbi, I think, have they won one game each? Or maybe has De Zerbi won a couple of games over Eddie? I think I think Eddie beat him 4-1, didn't he?
Yeah,
At home.
Yeah,
And he beat us 3-1.
yeah.
And then maybe we beat
I think
them.
there was one draw as well. Was that under Graham Potter?
It was a draw, and I think we beat them 2-1 at home, I think.
Yeah.
So I think Eddie might just have a superior record over De Zerbi. I think.
There's some of these comments. Toonarmy said, hold on. Atalanta beat them at their ground 1-0. Atalanta are 13th in Serie A. We have the same chance. True, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought Marseille were robbed in the last minute of either a goal or a penalty or something like that when they should have got something from the game. I thought it was very controversial, that game. WTSM said, therefore 5 at the back against Marseille. If we can get 7 points from Marseille, Leverkusen and PSV, I'll be happy.
Yeah, fair.
That'd be very good.
Didn't PSV have a shock result against somebody?
Yeah, it was the
Union
Belgium club that.
That USG, isn't it?
Yeah, they lost
against
the
them.
Union FC. Yeah.
Okay.
At home. Yeah, at home.
Oh wow.
Liam said, draw or a cheeky win. They are good technically, but physicality in a away game is key. Be clinical, away win. I like the positivity. Ginesa echoing the fourth Atalanta beat Marseille at the Stade Velodrome. And then Aaron said, I think we need to break this away game curse.
Agreed.
Listen, if we can beat Marseille in their home ground and then beat Everton away, then
it's looking good. It's looking good.
Then I think Jefferson will have a lost cause because he'll never get sacked. If that happens.
No, but he can have a 5 winning streak. How? He loses against Sunderland. I'm back to I want him out.
Yeah.
Well, if he wins, listen, it would be very bad to lose to Sunderland, but to win 5 in a row and then lose, you want him out because of that.
You have to wait till that. I always said if he doesn't get to the knockout stage of Champions League, I want him out. So,
well, like Kim Cav said, we need 2 wins to go to the last 16.
Yeah.
I see us getting the 2 wins.
I think we need 4 points.
But wasn't there new legislation around the PSR restriction stuff that now you can't accumulate the debt over 3 seasons? It's only 1 season now. So then that ramps up the pressure even more that we need revenue basically, and that has to be Champions League. Unless there's some sponsorship coming, stadium's not going to be around the corner, so we can't get the match day revenue. So I think that only got brought in this week. I think the Premier League agreed it. Well, I think it was agreed, but I don't know when it's actually put in.
Yeah,
in play.
But
it's not like we can take that risk and be like, oh yeah, all right, we can kind of overspend the first 18 months and then claw it back. It's like it's going to be season on season that we're judged financially. So that means the results have to come, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Conference League and all that won't be acceptable, lads. Colties.
Yeah. Tony said, where are Marseille in the Champions League table? Does anyone know? I know they're languishing towards the bottom, aren't they?
I'll check it out. I've got it here.
In the meantime, Kim Cam said, we're not losing to Marseille. Eddie Howe will play 7 at the back.
Would you guys take Greenwood?
As a footballer, yeah, but the controversy off the pitch.
No comment.
Unfortunately, not.
Marseille are 25th and they just out of the qualifications. So
right. So, we should be going there with confidence, but, you know what I mean? This is the Champions League. Anything can happen. Remember, PSG were languishing in the table last season. And then towards the end, I think they'd go through the playoff and they end up winning it. So, you know what I mean? It's one of them. Win, having a pop said, hang on. Nobody on 90's Mags thought we could beat City is not the same as nobody. We are everybody, bruv. We are everybody. 90's Mags is everybody. Haven't you learned that so far? But the majority did not think that we would beat Man City. Let's be honest. Yeah, let's be honest.
Wynn's acting like he knew that we were going to win. he's probably thinking, oh, it's a free hit. You know what I mean? This guy, man. Let him have it. Let him have his little moment, man. God.
Big up win, big up win.
Mm.
But listen, before we wrap up now, let's see. Let's give a prediction for the Marseille game. I'm gonna go 1-1. I'm gonna go 1-1. Jefferson, I'm being very optimistic. That's an optimistic 1-1.
In the prediction league, I swear me and you went with the same.
What was it? I think.
Two,
I
I
think.
went 2-1 Marseille.
Who
I
me?
feel
No.
Oh yeah, I probably did. You know, I'm just trying to be positive. I'm trying to be positive.
it's, listen, I think a loss isn't a bad thing because we've got points in the bag. We've had a good start with 9 points, and you still the good thing about this format means you've got another chance and another chance and another chance. So if we lost, it wouldn't be the end of the
Oh
world.
yeah, it's not the end of the world.
And I think our away record isn't the best. And Marseille is a tough place to go in terms of in the French league. I think they're second. You know, they beat PSG. You know, they were top for a period. They've got talented players. Deserby's a good coach. So if we lost, you know, I wouldn't be kicking the can down the road. I'll be accepting of it. So I'm going to go for a narrow defeat. I think we'll put in a good performance, but yeah, I think 2-1 Marseille,
Okay,
unfortunately.
okay. Roy.
On my NUFC Talk TV prediction league, I put 1-1, and I'm sticking to my 1-1.
Okay, okay.
I think we'll be the better team as well. I watched them on Friday against, I can't remember the other one, but they won 5-1 easily. But just the whole, I think it was a poor game. So I
Okay.
think we'll find out once the game starts. But don't get deceived by the French league.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll go
Tiger.
1-1.
I'm gonna be a bit positive here. I'll probably go like 1-0. I think we'll just scrape it. You know what I mean? So
Would say what do you say?
I think 1-0. I think we'll just scrape it. Like
Yeah.
I think we'll get the goal and then we're just gonna sit back.
Hope so.
Yeah,
Okay.
That'll be a great
Okay.
result.
Okay.
yeah.
Jefferson, in regards to your thing about the changes, Liam said changing SSR means January will be crazy spending for a few clubs to beat the cut.
Yeah, I did
Interesting.
ask him if it comes in next season. So is that why they're getting it? They're going to get ahead of the curve, which I think that probably is an indirect answer to that.
Okay.
But yeah, it will affect things because yeah, we can't be seen to accumulate debt. And again, if we can't get those sponsorships or Champions League qualification, prize money, and all that,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. It may have to be we sell one key player a season, and it probably will be starting with someone like a Tonali to get the ball rolling.
We don't want to cross that bridge yet. We don't want to cross that bridge.
Fingers crossed. A lot can happen this season. There's
Yeah.
still time. But
Just go through some of these scores. Phil said in Marseille we win 2-1. Ashington
Hope so.
said 2-1 win to us. Flynn 1-1. Interesting. Got to be positive. Big up Cadet said we win 3-1. So
big up,
listen,
Cadet. It's been a while since we've seen you. Welcome.
big up Cadet. Giniesta 1-0 to us. Interesting. Liam said 0-1 man of the match.
If Bern gets the winner, oh, mate.
Paul
It'll be a super happy clapping week.
3-1. Paul 3-1 to who? Paul? Are you saying that we're going to be 3-1, or are you saying Marseille going to beat us 3-1? Let us know.
Normally the home team is first, so
It wouldn't
Yeah,
surprise me if Dan Burn scores from a corner. It wouldn't surprise me.
yeah. We beat them 2-0. Chow will have a Greenwood sandwich. Interesting.
Marseille, they're not very a tall side though, are they?
small and fast and.
So that's why I think Dan Burn's definitely started, mate. You know what I mean?
For his height. For his
For his
height.
height, mate.
That's going to be the new phrase. For his height. For his height. Yeah. MC Jono says if Hall's playing at left back, we can win. I said Marseille is the most
I'm hoping
important.
he's rested. I'm really hoping he's rested for this.
Yeah, we'll see.
In other words, was is saying one game at a time. That's
Yeah.
basically what he's saying, isn't he?
3-1, then everything's the most important, 3-0 and so on. I love the optimism.
Well, that's sensible. again, that's how we should be looking at our season, one game at a time. Maybe not looking too far ahead.
Well, that's what Howe said like a couple of seasons ago. He looks at a game at a time, doesn't he? So,
Yeah,
you know
maybe.
what I mean?
Maybe. WTM said, SM said, Marseille have to attack us and they are doing poorly. Maybe counter-attacking and letting Elanga have a goal might be a shrewd move. Interesting.
But they're not being poorly though.
Hmm?
They're not poorly. They're the second in the league.
Maybe it's talking about the Champions League.
Maybe. The Champions League. Yeah. 3 points.
Brent said, I think it will be 2-2. Just Tiger, just quickly, because we haven't had doing it for a while, yeah? What's your... Sorry, Adrian said 2-1 to Newcastle. Right, everyone thinks we're going to get a result. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Eddie Howe will have a French surprise like cream caramel.
Oh, I like that.
Rin said, the Bella John, the best away atmosphere I've ever witnessed. Interesting. But yeah, Tiger, what's your thoughts on because we haven't had you on a while? What's your thoughts on Elanga? Yeah, do you think that, do you think there's a possibility that he will come good for us?
Yeah, I think we have to give him the chance. You know, I think the whole Isak situation has messed up Elanga's performance because I think he's thinking I'm coming to Newcastle to play alongside Isak, and now it's probably one of his closest mates in the Sweden squad. He's gone, and he's just stuck there. Murphy's in front of him, and he's thinking, "Oh shit, man! How's like this guy's still in front of me?" You know what I mean? Like, I think like the pressure is on him, but if that's what I say. Like, if Elanga starts against Marseille, I really hope he has one of those games where like he just turns it on and he gets a couple goals. I think he needs a goal for him to kick on.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's like an assist or a goal. That's what he's missing. But he had like man of the match performance against what was it, the Belgium side, right?
The Belgium team, yeah.
Like he was good in that game, and then he was good in the Barcelona game as well.
Exactly.
He was.
And then Eddie Howe took him off. So
yeah,
there is a player there, but I don't know. We've got to give him time. Got to give him more time. I mean, people give him words. Fucking time, you know what I mean? Like, we've got to give him time, you know what I mean? So
true. Here's a question for you then, before we wrap up. Where do you think we're going to finish this season? And I'm assuming Eddie Howe stays for the season, by the way. So where do you think we're going to finish the season?
hopefully above Sunderland.
What do you mean, hopefully, bro?
I'm 100% positive.
We will finish above Sunderland, yeah? But where will we finish? Where do you think we will finish?
Top 8, I think.
Top 8.
Yeah.
Okay. And just to wrap up, question to all of you. Pick up Mukta. He said, "Who is your player of the season so far?" Malik Chow. Yeah, would everyone agree with that, Malik Chow?
Same here. Yeah.
Okay. To make it interesting, top 3.
What, top 3 players this season? Yeah, for me, Chow, Voltemade. Oh, it's between Murphy and Tonali. I'll give it to Murphy with all those assists. Yeah, so yeah, I'll go Chow, Voltemade, Murphy.
I'll go Chow, Tonali, Voltemade. Jefferson?
Chow, Bruno. Chow, Bruno, Murphy.
Okay.
I say Chow, Tonali. I was saying Barnes at the moment. I think, I'm giving it to Barnes. He's getting us the goals. So, and then Walter Marder's closely there next to Barnes. But yeah.
Okay. Just to some of these comments in terms of where we're going to finish. Giniesta said anything below 6 ain't good enough. Adrian said 4th. Okay.
We ain't getting 4th.
We need the correct. Well, are we like 5 points away or something?
Yeah, we're not too far off, but
I
think Julian said 5th to 8th. Paul said 5th or at best 4th. Interesting. And then somebody the comments about the top 3 players. Giniesta said Chow, Baltamada, and Tonali. Toon Assassin, Chow, Tonali, and Bruno. Who else we got? Vita SM said Ciao, Bruno, and Voltamada. Big up Dixie in the building as well. Anyone that wears our shirt, we want them to do well. Yes, we do, which is true.
Yep.
Um,
Because it's Newcastle United FC.
Kenny, Dixie, this lot doesn't. Listen, we are behind every single player. Well, I am anyway. Yeah, I want them to. I support every single player that plays for Newcastle. Yeah, but there's some players that get favoritism when they're not performing well. Yeah, and it has to be called out. Some players don't deserve to be starting when they're putting up stinkers week in, week out. You know what I mean? And some players, are being shoehorned into the team, because they're Eddie Howe's love child. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is what we're saying. We still want everyone to do well, but we have to criticize when they're not doing that well. That's what we're just roll with it. Yeah, that's just how the 90's Mags roll.
I'll say like one last thing, like Murphy's done well, like I'm not gonna slate him, he's done well, whatever, but I think 4 years into the project don't you think it's a bit worrying that he's still our started right back, right winger? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I think in January we need to get a right winger.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? So
Tony's here for the trolling. Burn Pope and Elanga. Listen, you're taking liberty. You're taking liberty. But listen, we're gonna have to leave it there. Thank you, Roy, and thank you, Tiger, for joining.
thanks, mate.
As usual.
Boris.
Thank you for those in the chat. Yeah, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Smash the likes on the way out if you haven't liked already. Even if you don't agree with what we say, smash a like. You know what I mean? We'll be back after the Champions League game against Marseille. And yeah, until next time, we're out. Peace.
Peace.
See you guys.
Move the twat.